what it's like to survive um, a cannibal attack. Oh, God, my skin. Oh, they're in my nuts. I was gonna. Only the only person I could imagine having this conversation with would be like the Christ Jesus, because it must have been some shit trying to sell bread, egg, flour, and water baked to cannibals. I mean, I remember I remember thinking you're gonna forget this because you're so young, but remember this shit really, really fucking is happening. And I remember he had said to me, um, I'm gonna take this and consume you because I might not ever have the chance to do this again. And he had long nails, and he uh, penetrated my vagina, um, and he ripped into me um, with his nails, and he and forcibly turned me around, and I had to watch him eat what he took from me, from my insides. And I don't know about your insides, but my insides are like an accordion. Not like capillary lungs. And even in my 20s, even till now, I have this habit of putting stuff in there um, to like the doc when I first went on the run for real, and I got like a reputation for being on the run in New York. I was either in school or on the run, and I never qualified because like dark silence, that was me. And so I didn't qualify for a lot of stuff, but and I was underage. But one time they were they put a GYN at the shelter, and everybody had to go to the GYN, you know, mandatory, kind of like thing. And because I mean, I don't know, but it was like it could have been that same shelter that had that girl with the crabs, Charlotte. They put her on a bus back to Florida, but she had animals just on the toilet seat anyway. Um, they had said to me, and I'm telling you, when I don't go to the GYN. I don't even like to have sex. I've been waiting on something nice, and I'm 50, and I still have never had sex. That's not forcibly. And it's been since that attack by a cannibal. So one time they go in and they put that plastic thing to open up your vagina, and they're like, this bitch is old. I don't know what she's crying about. I'm like, you wouldn't be here if you wasn't a whore. And I was like, oh fuck, you know, like you know, like they don't understand these people that have normal sex lives, and these people that enjoy their gonads, and these people that like eat shrimp. They're not the same as an asexual. So they busted up my. That was probably one of the last times I went. I got anything in there, and they were like, "Well, you know, she took it out, whatever." I think they were trying to do cultures. I don't know what the fuck they were doing in there, but they were opening everybody's pussy up in there, and I guess for science sake, I still hate that fucking moment. So there had been like trannies. Like if you see Chris, You might see Chris around here. He's all with the with not smiling or whatever, but um, he smiles if he can get all trannied up. If he could do his makeup and shit, and that's the worst part. That's why I had to put like, so you might find in the hospital, you might find a girl showing you how to put on your makeup. You know, this is how you do it. You go like this and then la la la. Because Chris never knew how to put on his fucking makeup, man. And it was the worst for trannies. You know, anyway. So, and I mention him now because he took that information and he fucking ran with it and would laugh at me and would laugh at me in my face like, bitch, you got stuff stuck in your pussy. And I was like, oh my God, you know, like. So the nurse had left it there because she said, this is, I'm assuming that this is your contraception. This is like preventing you from getting pregnant when you're out there selling yourself. And I'm like, my God, I wasn't selling myself, you know. But then I had to learn um, to sell this idea of being a prostitute and stuff like that. And so they had found a tampon that had jimmied in. I put it up there, but like when you put on a tampon, you're supposed to leave the string out. My thing was that I put it in there, but the string went in there too. And then like I didn't really complain when I couldn't get it out. I figured it would come out on its own. And yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it was a long. It was forever. I mean, like that shit was in there for forever. Like it just came out. I was doing stand up before the collectivo when it was really when Sage was alive and he was running $500 cannabis plates out of the beer company. I did a little stand up and I had lost so much weight and I was so on the bone that it literally my vagina opened up when I was doing stand up and it fell out. I was wearing like a dress skirt or something. And they were like, "Is that part of the show?" And I was like, "Oh my God." Yes, but so like being a survivor of cannibalism, it like I still want to put a band-aid where that hole is. There's like a little dune. A wound there, and I'm still in the habit of like putting some gauze on that bitch. That's what it's like to survive cannibal.